If you want more from him, don't chase him, but do this instead. Today, I'd like to discuss one of the most typical blunders that we do when we are pleased with someone. We are drawn to them and wish to bring them closer to us. We want to make long-term connections, but we believe that the person is either out of our reach or we don't know how they feel about us, and we find ourselves spending more and more on them to attempt to secure the relationship. What occurs in the process is that things that are essentially in our lives right now, whether they be our friends or family or hobbies or other things that give us real sense of value and identity in our lives, tend to fade into the background as we focus all our attention on this person. Why do we do this? Because we want to find love and we happen to meet someone who seems to embody everything that you have been looking for. We have decided based on the person's qualities, the characteristics, and what they look like, how they act, and this is the love and we have been looking for. All of a sudden, it feels like there's nothing more important in the world than securing this thing that we do exact opposite of what we should be doing. We should be anchoring ourselves to the things that are significant in our own lives, connecting to these things that give us a feeling of value outside of our persons, but we lose touch with all those things and sucked into the gravitational pull of others. So how do we impress this individual? How can I claim this person? What can I do to make them desire me? That desire is to strive harder than you want to obtain the someone essentially is a negative tendency. Well, someone doesn't grow more attracted to us and desires more just because you're working harder. And for some people, it makes them sort of pull away a little or makes them feel like they can pick us up and set us down anytime they want. It makes them feel like they are in charge. It makes us even more worried than we drift even further apart from other things that are important in our lives in an attempt to double down the energy that we are pouring into this individual. Mark Mason discussed a scenario in his book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving, about a guy named David Mason who was booted out of a band Metallica and went out to form a band Megadeth, which was a tremendously successful band. David Mustaine is regarded as one of the most important musicians in his genre, and his band Megadeth went on to sell 25 million records and tour the world multiple times, but he couldn't get it out of his head that he will never be truly great unless he could outdo his former band. Metallica were gigantic, selling 125 million copies, and he really battled with this. Then there's Mark Mason. Compare this native to the account of Rick Best, a person who was kicked out of the Beatles but went to marry, have kids, and have a very happy life. A happy life he characterized as only being possible because he got booted out of the Beatles. And he wasn't resentful about it. He was glad about it. He said getting kicked out of the Beatles led him to a life that he now adores. What Mark Mason brings out is that Pete Best is able to be happy in a manner that David Mustaine was not, because Pete Best valued other things. And if you want to be happy, we must learn to value the proper things that we have. Returning to dating scenario, we value more than anything else the concept of finding someone to share our lives with. And when we meet someone who symbolizes that desire in the flesh, I'll do anything to make that happen, even if it means of losing or ignoring all these other important areas of our lives. And of course, when to neglect certain things, we lose connections to them and they no longer feel as significant. And of course, when you divest in them, they shrink since they no longer receive our love and attention. What we have to do is extremely counterintuitive. When we find something that we truly want, it is double down the meaning of that we receive from these other aspects of our lives. Whether it's your hobbies, interests, friends, family, and other ways you love spending your time, the books you love reading, and the things that you love to do, the things that you love to learn about your mission. These are the things that if you value them correctly, not only provide you with a sense of perspective in your life, but also bring you what you do. Oh, my life is so much wider than this one place, of course. I would love to do this person, to reciprocate, for it to go somewhere, but if it doesn't, I have a huge, rich life. These things are immensely important to me, and I have them to fall back on. If we do that, it's like having legs beneath a table. It's like a tabletop, and the tabletop is supported by those pillars or legs under the table, and each of those legs represent a different aspect of your life that provides you strength, meaning, purpose, and even love. Now, those are all the things that when you meet someone, you want them to arrive with those legs already strong beneath the table. We never want to meet someone who either A, doesn't have them, or B, decides that the legs under the table we do have aren't necessary anymore, because we find this one very important leg just as we think we have met the perfect person. That's when we need to double down on the parts of our lives that support the table, since we are all able to enter the scenario as someone's equal, knowing that if it doesn't work out, I have legs under the table and you have the ability to shatter, but I have one more to support me. I don't need to keep chasing you. I just put on my finest performance for you. I have this great life for you, and if that's not enough for you, and if you don't give me enough, I don't need this. I prefer to think about the confidence in the same way that we think of the FU money. You know, when you think of FU money, we are actually mean is someone who has so much money that they can say no to anything that isn't appropriate for them. FE confidence is when you have so many strong legs supporting the table of your confidence that someone comes along isn't right for you, you won't be able to stand on them. Regardless of how attractive, how hot, how successful, or how high in rank they are, nothing could be so enticing that it becomes the most essential thing in your life to the exclusion of everything else. You may be sexy and still be wrong for me, because true confidence does not come from being able to say no to things that you don't want. True confidence comes from being able to say no to the things that you want, but they aren't suitable for you. So here's my message for this week. If you meet someone who is appealing and also represent the prospect of bringing a particularly essential leg on the table, you should do so. Try something counterintuitive. Continue to invest in the aspects of your life that give you confidence, that give you the feeling that you can say no at any time if this person isn't suitable for you. If they are not treating you in the way that you want, or are not providing you enough energy, they do not have to be behaving poorly. They may not be giving you enough energy, which you understand is insufficient. What this individual is offering me is insufficient to keep me going. Just because someone spectacular enters your life does not imply that your world is important. It doesn't imply that who you are isn't significant. It doesn't even matter if someone comes into your life who has accomplished more than you have. In terms of tangible outcomes, they earn more money than you have, or have attained a level of prestige that you have not. Whatever it is, or even simply the fact that you think that they are more attractive than you. When you come across someone like that, you must never allow it to reduce the impact you make on your own life. Even if all you did in your life was to watch over your ailing brother, you will still have a large and prosperous life. It is yours. It's no less essential than this person over here. You have decided it's really amazing and you want to attract. If you keep connected to how important your life is, how important your world is to the impact that you have, even in your personal sphere of influence, even in your own local way, in your family, you'll be able to make a difference. No one can come along and scare you if you stay connected to that. No one can come along and make you feel like you are not enough, or that you have to work extra hard to earn their attention because they are gorgeous and you are not. So stay connected to what is valuable in your life, in your world, about yourself, and you'll always be able to come to someone as equals regardless of the disparities in your lives. And as I previously stated, you do this when you feel like you want to give up everything else because it's no longer important. Now that I have found that this love at the moment, you have to double down on the things that you love in addition to falling for the person in front of you. Investing in yourself is something that makes this a reality. You may get a sense that you know by watching a video like this one. Whoa, it's incredible, crucial, and I have made that mistake before. At the moment, I've gotten lost in a relationship and I've allowed myself to be absorbed by someone else. When I began to like someone, I instantly began to underestimate myself, my life, and what I brought to the table. If you've ever been in that situation, you should know that it's about more than just viewing a video. What you need to do is to exercise those muscles in your life and invest in yourself, because the investment that you make in yourself is the best investment you will ever make. Because others come and go in life. There is no assurance that the person that you begin dating now and fall in love with, but you'll remain in your life later on. Any investment that you make in yourself will pay dividends for the rest of your life. When Warren Buffett was asked what is the best investment you have ever made, he answered, the investment that I've been making myself, because investing in yourself paid dividends forever. Because no matter what scenario that you show up to, you bring yourself to that position. I want you to invest in yourself this year, and I have an experience that you can undertake with me to symbolize the ultimate investment in yourself. We are going to do it in March for the 1st to the 4th week, spending the entire month acquiring 2 videos every week and immersing ourselves in the realm of self-growth. So that no matter what scenario that you're in, no matter what you encounter, you always feel like you are enough. Always feel like someone equal. And when you carry that energy, the FU confidence, it's precisely the kind of energy that makes someone look at you and say, this person got something and I want to be part of this journey. And I want to invite you to come and be part of it with me. And by the way, all you need to do is to hit the subscribe button down here and be part of the daily momentum recipe, in which I'll share the formula of having an excellent day every day. If you want to support this show, go on to www.patreon.com/real wisdom and become a VIP member and have me cover topics that you want to hear about. I can't wait to see you there. And if you haven't acted yet, you'll be losing out the best opportunity that makes the best investment in compounding returns. And this is the next greatest thing, investing in yourself. Don't miss it this time. I truly hope to make it, and I hope to see you in the next video.